Welcome to Life Made Up of Questions. Welcome all my subscribers around the globe to this platform. Today we are having our guest, Professor Dr.Ushaa Eswaran, who is basically an engineer with over 32 years of experience in the field of education, research, skill development, and career research. She is a former planning board member of Tiruvallur University. She is also actively engaged in imparting skill development, career development, empowering women, and academic consultancy through Seek as its CEO. So, welcome you, ma'am, to this forum, Life Made Up of Questions.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, let's start the discussion. First of all, you are into academics for more than 30 plus years of experience. Now we can see a drastic transformation over the education industry on a total basis. Whether the attitude or aptitude of the students, the skills, and the requirement of skill enhancement in the current scenario. So you are doing this upskilling methods also. So please, can you please give an idea from your side?
Yeah, so a very good question. And let me start with why nowadays skills are given more importance and what happened when we studied. So if we go back to the centuries, we can start with the agricultural age, that is in 18th century. So that was actually a lot of creativity was there during that 18th century. A lot of people used to make their own crafts, and a lot of art was there in existence, and everything they thought how it can be done, and they did it. It was not available earlier, so everything was creative. So agricultural age was everybody were business owners. Actually, they had their own land and they were cultivating and they were living. So that was a different age, and a lot of small pots and even sculptures, paintings, lot of things were created. But when it came to 19th century, we have been seeing a machine world, because a lot of machines have come. When they were doing by hand, only less number of quantities were made, and when it came to machine age, a lot of things are made using machines. So people, what happened, they started selling their lands, and they started coming into the factories, started doing a routine work. Whatever is being said, they will do. They will not have any creativity there. So that became a routine job in 19th century. Then came the information age, that is 20th century. Computers have come into existence, and a lot of data information technology was booming. And even there, they had a process, and they were just following that, and they were doing. But now in this 21st century, it is called as a conceptual age. So this is an age where we have all those machines to do the routine jobs. So this is why we are not able to follow the earlier age of education of rote learning. Because that time we were by hearting, writing the exam, getting the marks, getting a job, and 9 to 5 job. It was very much routine. We know what should be the output, and we were able to give the input and getting the output. But now, since the automation has come into existence, all the routine jobs, whichever work, if you need an output, if you give this input, if you get this output, that is automatically programmed. So that is done by a machine. So nowadays, human who don't want to think, who don't want to innovate something new, or they don't want to invent anything, they don't want to be creative, they don't want to use their brain, just like that, they want to come and work like a machine, they will not have jobs. That is the scenario in the 21st century. That is the reason we are more into skill development, because unless or otherwise you are creative and you have some skills, you are an expert in that area, you will not get the job. So that is the thing which has pushed everybody into this skill development, conceptual learning, experiential learning. You learn and do. If you do something, then only we can say that you have learned something. So that is what is the ultimate need of the hour. Anybody with their skill and talent and knowledge, just knowledge alone, they can't do anything. They need to know how to implement and give a solution to a problem. So how they will know that this is the solution for the problem? They should have learned, while learning only, they should have done some practical experiments, and they should know how to apply the concepts in the real life situation. So that is why lot of education changes have come, and students are not aware of all these things. They are thinking and parents are also not aware of all these things. And teachers are also not knowing what to do. They are thinking if they do the syllabus, that's enough. If they conduct the exam and if their school 100% everybody has passed in the exam, that's enough. But a lot of things are happening where awareness have to be created. So that is the first and foremost thing which I am doing. First of all, create awareness where we are going, because you can pack bag for Shimla and you go to a Thar desert, what will happen? So that is what is happening. You carry a lot of cold clothes and going to a hottest place in the world, you cannot survive there. Similarly, if you are carrying cotton clothes and going to Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir, you cannot survive there. This is what the children are doing. They don't know where they are going. And they are preparing their bag like what others are doing. They are not doing something what is required. So a lot of awareness creation is required. And I'm totally into creating awareness as to what is the need of the hour, which are all the jobs that are going to get automated. So this has to be known. And if you plan a career, you cannot blindly follow somebody else and plan your career. You have to be unique. Personalized career guidance is very much required. The mass career guidance will never work anymore. So this is what is the need of the skill development. And the demographic dividend. I mean, entire world, if you see, we have youth. Only India has more youth, and every country is just looking at India. So if we are skilled, everybody will get job. So there is no way that we are going to fall short. But if you are not skilled, everybody is going to be jobless. So it's a very critical situation. That is why skill development is the need of the hour. Awareness creation is very much required. What is this century expecting from the youth? So that is what I am into.
Yes, we got a better clarity over that subject. Traditionally, we used to think after completing a course, whether a professional course or a degree course or anything, usually people plan for getting a placement, otherwise going for higher studies. Now the trend is that getting a placement or going for higher studies in abroad. But totally, as you have mentioned, now we are in the 21st century, we are undergoing a transformation. Getting a job, the relevance of job is coming less. Creating job is the other phase of this part of this world. Because if you are able to create a job, like creative thinking is coming, then opportunities can be created rather than going to the typecasted methodology of working for someone. That has to be there to gain the experience, but ultimately that entrepreneurship skills have to be imparted. So what is the relevance of imparting that skill development for creating or generating an entrepreneurship skill in a student?
Every child should start thinking creative. Like they cannot just blindly follow the classes and study by heart and write the exam. They should start asking questions. This is the first and foremost foundation for every child. The teachers and the parents and whoever is approaching the child should allow the child to ask questions. If they don't know the answers, they can give later, but they should not stop the child question. Because when you ask questions only, you will start thinking. You will think of different possibilities. Creativity is something I can define as, if you are looking at a solution for a problem, I'm looking at a different solution for that problem. There are multiple solutions for one single problem, but people think there is only one solution for one problem or no solution for a problem. So that multiple solutions comes with creativity. If you think in a different angle, you will get different solutions. So allow the child to think. When the child will think, when it starts asking questions, allowed to ask questions, it will start think. So I insist on schools and colleges, when they conduct the exam, they ask questions and ask the children to write answers. But I do it in a reverse way. I will ask the children to create questions. Read the subject or you understand the topic and develop as many questions as possible from that particular topic. Then they start learning. So questioning is the basic idea of creativity, and entrepreneurial mindset is required even in a company, even if they are going to work in some company as an employee. That entrepreneurial mindset is required, though they may not be having a business on their own. Even in a company, there should be problem solvers. Every company is looking for their employees not to come with problems, but with the solutions. So when they will get solution, when they start thinking in a different angle, they should have critical thinking. Critical thinking is something which every child should start developing from the young age. They should not have some preoccupied ideas or opinions or beliefs in their mindset when they are approaching a problem. They should look at a problem fresh. So this sort of skill development, personality skill development. See, technical knowledge anybody can gain, but personality cannot be changed all of a sudden. They need to develop all these qualities in them while they are studying right from the childhood, so that when they reach their career, they'll be ready for the future. Whatever comes, challenges comes, they'll be able to face the challenges.
Yes, as you have mentioned, the questioning part. Questioning is a part of planning. When we are creating or inventing or doing something, we always think what will be the result, how we have to do it. So everything starts with a question. That's a part of planning, the initial stage. And finally, the result also end with a question, how we can improve the result in a better way. That is future enhancement. And totally, it can be incorporated with the research also. That is a continuous process. So ultimately, the question continues. And the questions remains the same also, but the solutions are changed. And the other thing, from the academics, you have totally diverted. I mean, not totally. You are showing some passion towards the socially relevant issues. The social that shows the social commitments, like but being a part of an NGO, working for your state and empowering women, empowering students, creating awareness, like providing training. Then, what fascinated you towards this?
See, when I was working in engineering college, even now I'm working as an advisor, but when I was a placement officer, I was a placement officer sometime. So I was training the students personally and then placing the students. So I could understand that there is no relevance between what they study and what they work. So the lot of disconnect between the technical knowledge, what they gain, and what they work. They don't have any planning regarding what they wanted to do. So the destination was never thought about by any child. You know, like if I ask a parent, why are you sending the child to school? Why are you educating your children? What they will tell, they'll tell a lot of things like, I want the child to stand in their own legs. I want them to earn. I want them to improve in their lifestyle than what we are now. So many answers will come. But there are two things which there are in the parent mind, but they don't reveal. Those two things are, one is they want the child to be happy and they want the child to excel in whatever they are doing. So this is there inside their mind, but they don't know how to say that. So when the child will feel happy, the child will feel happy only when it does what it likes to do, or when it matches with its personality or its ability. If you are a person of very reserved type, and if you are going to do a sales and marketing, they will not succeed in that. They will not feel happy doing that because they don't want to talk to people. They wanted to be silent. So such mismatch happens. Everybody is into computer science. Everybody wanted to do coding. Coding is possible by everybody, provided you have that thinking ability, creating ability, thinking of different solutions for a problem. So that depends upon your personality. That doesn't mean if you are not able to do coding, you're unfit for a job. You are something good for some other task or some other type of work. So this has to be aligned before they finish their education. So after 18 years of education, if you think like, I'm not suitable for this type of job, you cannot go back and redo things. Suppose a doctor, how they choose the profession, they see the marks in the subject and they choose the profession. If you are very good in biology, people will choose, okay, you go and write NEET and get into MBBS. That is not the way one should choose. Especially into service oriented jobs, you need to have a lot of patience. So personality matters. How much time you can spend and work for it. How much time you have the patience to listen to the others' problems. How much time you can dedicate. How patient you are. How much compassionate you are. How much empathy do you have. How much emotional intelligence do you have. So doctor job is not with only biology marks. Your personality matters. If you're not such a person, you don't have patience to sit for 5 minutes in one place, you cannot become a doctor. And you will not enjoy doing that. And if you don't enjoy doing certain things, you can never excel in your career, in your area. So that is why I've come into this area where I need to actually match them according to their personality and make them understand this is what is your destination. First, decide your destination based on your personality, for which first you need to discover yourself. If you discover yourself, you will know the direction where you need to go. Once the direction is known, start dreaming about it. Dreaming alone is not sufficient. You need to have desire. Once you have desire, then you will start deciding on what I should do. Then you will design my plan. This is how my life has to be. This is how my education has to be. These are the skills I need to develop. Then develop your skills, technical skills as well as the life skills. Then you will automatically land into your destination. So this is how I take up the career guidance and I guide the students.
Exactly, like self-realization and self-discovery, self-awareness, that knowing is oneself is the greatest discovery which it has to happen. Because once we discover something, some better discovery has to happen in near future also. That is a continuous process because no one is satisfied permanently. Our mind keep on changing, our aptitude keep on changing. So there comes the stress, the anger management, the work-life pattern management, as you have mentioned. By destiny or without passion, sometimes a person may enter into a wrong shoes, and ultimately he or she may be fitting into it. They may be happy at the end. Like everything can that matching will happen on a long time, but initially they may be facing some issues or they may be passionate, but ultimately there comes the work-life balance, the stress. So you going through a profile, your area shows that you are into that concept of work-life balance, anger management. So please give an idea regarding this.
Yeah. Even for students, I used to say similar to work-life balance, you have a study-life balance because we are seeing our own children, like maximum time they'll be sitting studying. There is no balance in their life. Study life balance is they need to live their life also. It's not only study. So they need to socialize, they need to play, they need to see what they like, they have to go out and interact with people, they have to go for a holiday and refresh themselves, they need to play and do what they like to do. Then only the motivation comes. Similarly in work life balance, and morning if they get up till the night, they think only about the work. They don't realize first self time is not there for any person. If you don't have a self time, then you add lot of stress into you because there is no stress buster in your life. The entire time you will be only working, satisfying someone else, and you forget to live your life. So you will get frustration. Automatically the stress comes, anger comes, everything comes. So if you have a work-life balance, like have some time for in a week, if you divide how much time you need to spend for your work, how much time for your personal life, how much time you're going to think about yourself, how much time you're going to meditate, how much time you're going to spend for your sports, how much time you're going to socialize and do some service or go to temple or go for some functions, festivals, refresh yourself. I mean, when you go out and go for a old students meet, suppose you meet your classmates or someone, after some time, you get a lot of fresh feeling, like you go back to your school days, you go back to your college days, and then you'll feel so fresh. So do that. Whatever will make you happy, do that. Listen to songs, dance if you like to dance, you go and do a play if you like to do, meet people if you like to meet people. So think and identify what makes you happy, because you're a human who has come into this world to live your life. We are working because we need money to eat and we need a house. All those things are there. But beyond that, life is different. So life should not be compromised for earning money. Even if you have 50% of whatever you're earning today, are you living your life? Bank balance will not make you give you that happiness or satisfaction. So you cannot postpone saying that I will do that after retirement. Some people will say that I will do that after retirement. I'll enjoy my life. What will be there to enjoy that time? We don't know how long we are going to live. So lifespan is uncertain now. So a lot of things are coming. So live today and be happy with what you have. Be content with what you have. And have a multiple things in your life. Don't be only on your work life alone. Have some balance. So
Exactly.
spend some time with
Yeah.
your children, parents, family, husband, wife. relatives, whoever is caring for you. We are working for someone for money and we forget about people who care for us.
Yeah,
People will be
exactly.
waiting. Wife will be waiting at home for you, but you don't have time to spend with them. Child will be waiting. You may have lakhs of rupees for the child in the bank, but child want your time, not money. So
But
that
now we
is
can see in the current scenario, all are running for something. Ultimately, let it be students, the parents, or the working class, the entrepreneurs, the employees, whoever it may be. Because like we, without knowing the correct path, we are all running for something. The objective is there, but the stress is there actually, because all are thinking about the competition, but ultimately they are forgetting about themselves. They are not able to sleep properly, which create a lot of issues for their health. But ultimately it will be showing a resemblance over their attitude, their life, their outlook also totally changing. Like aging is happening on a fast pace, like small children itself getting more stress. So that is a current scenario, and we are not able to socialize also. And there comes the concept of the non-governmental organizations or the NGO or the social activities. Like now, going through your profile, I can understand that you are doing some issues like women-centric issues. So now we can see there are children's child-centric issues, women-centric issues, student-centric issues, as well as employee-centric issues. Then without gender bias, without a gender classification, all having lot of issues. Altogether, it may be starting with some basic ultimate result will be stress or anxiety. As you have mentioned, we are having lakhs of rupees, but we are planning for something in future. And the care also you have mentioned, but actually we are caring for earning only. Actually, we are not caring for others. Ultimately, everywhere the result is what will be the profit or what will be the margin, what will be the return. Whether this course will be generating some return or after this much years, what will be the changes happening. Everywhere the planning is happening, that questioning is happening, but the result, everyone's mind, the result you're always focusing on the money. So all these social activities, how can you relate with all these stress management? Like
social.
women-centric issues,
Yeah, of
women-centric.
course. Yeah, the entire world is talking about gender equality. So that has to be brought. And first of all, the women also should think that they are no less than anyone. So they should gain confidence and come out and do what they like to do. So women empowerment definition is somewhat, people don't understand it properly. So I do a lot of sessions and workshops in many corporates and many schools also, to make them understand what is the meaning of women empowerment. It's not like equivalent to men or proving yourself that if you wear a jean pant and cut your hair and ride a bike, that means gender equality has come. So this is a wrong idea people have. What to my understanding, what I feel women empowerment is, you should be allowed to do what you're capable of doing. That's it. If you can do something, nobody should stop you doing that. If you can reach that level, then you're empowered. So you should be able to empower another 10 women. So that level, to that leadership level, you should be able to reach. So no stoppage, no glass ceiling should be there between. If you want to do something, there shouldn't be a stoppage. So this is this if we are able to reach, and if the entire world is able to give equal opportunities. Equal opportunity is not that 50 men and 50 women, not like that. If you are capable of doing, you are either man or women, you should be given an opportunity to do that. That is the equal opportunity. So that understanding is the first thing I do. So that is gender sensitization, and making the women to feel that confident about their own capabilities and potential. Come out and try. If you can do it, if you like, try. If you can do it, keep going. That's it. No, no,
Yes,
because
yes.
your life, you're born in this world to live your life, not someone else's life, and nobody has the right to stop or design your life. You have to design your life. So that individual empowerment is very, very important, because every individual has potential. It's not, you cannot differentiate between man has something and women has something. You have your own potential, and every individual has. So we cannot differentiate just by the sex. So that's girl boy is only the body parts only should differentiate. No other things should differentiate.
Yes, coming to the last part of the discussion, the most prominent part, the decision making, as everything is linked with a decision. For example, if I'm planning to do something, usually that nowadays we can see, not only nowadays, olden days also, as a part of planning, we used to get ideas from others. What will be the result of this? And lot of people will be interfering and they will be giving their own suggestions. This is not the right choice, or this is good choice. Sometimes you wait for something better will happen. Don't buy that thing, or don't get into this relationship. Some better relationship will happen. Don't buy this thing. A better vehicle is coming next month. Wait for this. Don't buy that land. Lot of people are coming to give you a lot of suggestions, but ultimately the decision making, as you have mentioned, the critical thinking or the self awareness, the self evaluation has to happen from one's own mindset. So last and final, what is decision making? Every people are totally confused while taking a decision.
So decision making should be personalized. That is why I said you need to develop your critical thinking. Lot of inputs will be given by the world. People will give lot of inputs as beliefs. They think that is true, so they say it to you. But what you think is true has to be verified. You cannot take as it is. If somebody says something, you cannot blindly believe that. So you do the analysis, you do the research, you get convinced and think about the consequences and take the decision. Because it is for you. If somebody is coming and giving me a masala tea, they like it. But if I don't like, I should decide if I have to take it or not. Suggest me, see, masala tea is too good, but I don't like. So it is me who should think about whether I would like or not. It's not by force. Don't take any decision because someone else is saying. You do a self-analysis, do the research, and then see if it works out for you. So it should be personalized, for which the critical thinking basic foundation is you should not have any bias. First of all, you should not have things already into your mind. You should keep it clean, fresh, and listen to a lot of things, ask a lot of questions, and inquiry. That's what we say. Like, ask a lot of questions and understand everything right from the bottom, and then take decision.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Ushaa Eswaran, for this wonderful evening, for joining this platform, Life Made Up of Questions, with sharing lot of questions and sharing lot of solutions for it. Ultimately, the decision making, the critical thinking, the self-realization, self-awareness, everything happens. So it was a wonderful interactive session with you. So wish you a wonderful year ahead 2023. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Happy New Year. Thank you so much.
Thank you.